Greetings everybody, this is Serpentine451 and welcome back to another episode of Weeb Warriors. Yet another solo run. Jordan is kind of behind on shows, which is understandable, and Jay, he's trying to catch up on American TV, which is also understandable. So it might be just me for a few weeks, give or take, I don't know if I am. But anyway, I'll just get to the reviews here. I'm going to start with the show that really impressed me the most. Episode 2 of Moriarty the Patriot. The Scarlet Eyes, Act 1. So, with this episode, it is the beginning of a multi-parter. We are going to be exploring the origins of how the Moriarty brothers actually came into the Moriarty family. So, we mostly follow a young Albert dealing with his aristocratic father, and not his father, but also his younger brother, William, and a lot of the elements of aristocratic life that he just utterly disdains. He does not tolerate it. He hates it. And that's how he came across a young James Moriarty, a very intelligent young man who pretty much was able to calculate and do everything to help the poor people within that community. Well, he did factor in a robbery. He also pretty much rallied a bunch of kids that want to kill nobles. And at the end of this episode in particular, he burned down a refuge, pretty much a school for suffrage, for orphan kids, I should say. I mean, this show, just within 2 episodes, it's fucking wild. I love it. This show, even though I was not very interested with a lot of the shows this season, my god, it's fucking great. And then let's go to Danmachi Season 3, Episode 3, I believe? Where we are introduced to the other talking monsters, the Xanos. Where we're introduced to Lind and a few other characters. The Harpy Lady, which I don't remember her name. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Essentially, Belle and the gang are given a mission by the guild, and Hestia, reading the outside message in secret letters in the guild letter, goes to talk to Oranos. So they basically divulge the plan that the Hestia Familia are going to be the symbol of coexistence between humans and the talking monsters. And it was nice to actually have a lot of the monsters, after like testing the mantle and skills of our heroes, like after that test was done, they became happy-go-lucky individuals. I love these monsters. They were great. Okay, so then let's get to Noblesse, Episode 2. Well, even though I'm not the biggest fan of this show, I found the first episode really fucking dull. I mean, really goddamn dull. Episode 2 impressed me a little, not gonna lie. Mostly because I cannot stand Razio. I just can't stand him for some ungodly reason. I just can't connect with him. And we were also introduced to 2 individuals like him. I think they're no, they're not brother and sister, but they pretty much function like twins. So, for all intents and purposes, I'm calling them twins. So the twins are trying to enroll at the school that Frankenstein's running, and which ultimately that does happen. And they also end up living in the manor with everyone else. On top of that, we have this small plot with the humans of the story pretty much getting like kidnapped for a short while, and Tashiro trying to whip ass, and he does. He pulls out a victory with a little assistance from M21, which we also get to learn what the Noblesse are, which are they're essentially vampires. They don't say it outright in the show, but they're fucking vampires. God damn it! Glasses fucking loves the female of the twins, and it's great. Made me appreciate that guy. Just made me smile, goddammit. And I like smiling in my anime at times, especially if they have banger openings like Noblesse has. Then let's go to Tonikawa. We are introduced to a pair of sisters. One, the younger sister, loves teasing our boy NASA. And the other, the elder sister, Tsukasa kind of interprets that she has a crush on our boy, but not realizing that, well, since both her and NASA are very similar people, as Tsukasa kind of put together, this young lady did not realize that, well, probably because that, well, Tsukasa didn't explain it better, that her and NASA are married. And we also got to learn that NASA helped these sisters out of a bad rut after they're going to this sad backstory and all this nonsense. And we also got to see cute couple stuff between NASA and Tsukasa. It's fucking great. I love it. This show is so fucking wholesome and I love it so much. And then finally, let's go into Jujutsu Kaisen. We're introduced to the female, and I'm going to refer to her as the female until I remember her name, where Sensei pretty much takes the three out in Tokyo to not only pick up our female of the triad here, but also exterminate some curses that are in the area. I really like the hostage situation in this episode between the female, well, I might as well call her the female of the species. Jesus Christ. Because she acts like a goddamn gorilla woman. It's fucking hysterical. Now, not to say that all women like this are gorilla women. I'm just saying that the way this character is characterized, they're pretty much a self-centered meathead, but we get to learn a little bit of her backstory, so I can't really say that. I say it in jest. I mean, to some people it may be wrong-headed, but if I have to be perfectly frank, a lot of people don't watch this show that I do anyway, no matter how many times I try to, like, promote this shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But, anyway, all the shows this week have been solid, have been great. And in terms of I love all the shows for this season. And as for the soapbox discussion, well, a lot of shows are just doing great. And apparently, Nippon Television establishes an anime department, which, that's cool. Good for you, Nippon TV. And then we have a lot of other fun shit. Yeah, just a lot of great stuff. Anime Frontier is delayed to December 2021. And some movies, like the Demon Slayer film, tops the entire global box office this weekend, that's cool. Good for that film. And the film still, and not only Demon Slayer, but also Violet Evergarden's film sold over 1 million tickets. That's cool. And I'm reading all these articles, well, just the headlines, from Anime News Network. I'm not affiliated with them or sponsored by these individuals. I just like using the opportunity to pass news along, because information is what I love to present to people. Because if you don't have information, you pretty much have jack shit and live in blissful ignorance. Anyway, folks, this has been Serpentine 451, and closing out another Weeb Warriors episode. Hopefully Jay and Jordan can join me next week or the weeks after. But until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!